Hello and welcome. Yes, you are seeing correctly. I've added a million. I have. And I was going to do this off camera, and then I thought, do you know, I don't mean it funny, but people know what you're doing. You said what you were doing. You said wink wink, you're going to get the bulldozers in. It is true. It is. I'm trying to get an angle so you can actually sort of see the sort of scale of the hill. As JMGaming would say, is rather monstrous. It totally is. We could smooth it with a massive smooth, because I'm wanting to keep the lay of the land reasonable. So I'm thinking soften with this being mega big. It is, because I don't want to really totally. Now we need to change the intensity. That's L, which is yeah, that is yeah. If you go K, it goes weaker. L, it goes stronger, and that's as good as it gets. Yes, I'm trying to soften without. In fact, that's as strong as it gets. But then it is covering a lot of area, so I'm trying to soften an awful lot just to make this so that harvesters and yeah, I'm determined. I don't want to do grass, and the grass will be the best for this particular area. But if I'm going to try and honour that, not to do grass for once, then we really need to heavily soften this so that it really does go down. I thought we're going to need a, yeah, I mean, in real life you wouldn't, and I know I often say that mechanics rule is king, and they do, but you've also got to make things, yeah, it's also a game, so there's got to be a little bit of give and take in at times, which is why I was going to do this off camera, but I thought people do really, yeah, people do want to see often, and if they don't, then they'll like buzz into the next session. It's as simple as that. And then we're going to chop the trees down anyway, so I'm not really worried. Yeah, and then I want to use that patch of land, but then again it goes with the road, and I'm going to do weird things, so I might have to just go with it a little bit and stick with as it is. So try and just stick to this band of land. Sounds a bit of a weird way of saying it. We'll be careful. Yeah, you do weird things all over the place with this. It's always, even in FS19, was really dangerous when you start to move the actual screen, because you can end up painting grass on your crop, basically. Now then, I think, yeah, you can see the grey lines. It will appear you can't see it when you're down on the field. So we're to that second grey line about there. That is us. So then, let's just try and... So it wasn't too bad over here. It's more up this top of the hill here. This is quite monstrous, as JMGaming loves that word. He really does. Yeah, let's just soften that there quite heavily. If I levelled it, it would do really horrible... Well, not only would it would also ruin the thing. I'd like to plough it and do it properly. So let's just get that bit more there. Not going very much though. Yeah, we need to go down, I think, as well, but I really do think that we're not going to do, yeah, it really would be level more than anything. It does take quite a while to do this if you're doing the softening tool. Yeah, and you can see, but I always go by the money. How much the money goes down is really the yeah, they're getting quite a bit there, because there's quite a few nasty levels, basically, which means that it's like leveling. It's almost like the soften is like smooth in FS19, but not quite the same. Yeah, in fact, yeah, I think it didn't smooth in FS19. Didn't it do damage? Yeah, it did. I remember Frithgar on one of his episodes that I was talking about the improvements to this, and I do agree with him. Is that ours there? It is right up to that, yeah, right up to the water. So we're going to soften this as well, because this, I would say, the bank is what we're going to do the same as the other one. We're going to class the bank as the edge of the field, so we don't really want to be doing too much to that edge. Really want to keep that as quite sharp. Yeah, the main bit I'm doing this for is we are going to do some levelling. That is going to be expensive, and then I'll chop the floating trees, which is why I wasn't really going to involve you in this. I was going to do that off camera. So, but you know, yeah, even Silly P's done those behind the scenes ones. So if you don't want to see that, then look away. I'm not sure if it'll let me level. Yeah, so this unfortunately is going to do horribleness. I mean, you need to go smaller. Go there. Will it let me do it with the equipment on there? Yes, is the answer to that question. Yeah. this is the farmyard. Oh, no, it's level. It is. It does go really quite high up there. Just try and get that a little bit level because it is important. The bank's going to be the edge of the field. Now we also want to go up. So I think we're going to keep that. So that is the area where we're going to go up. If we go down a little bit, yeah, that's not too bad. What to aid so that we know what we're going for. Now I do like that, but it doesn't do a road very well. The only one that does that I've found is the asphalt that does the narrow ones. So we're going to do a little bit of a asphalt there. Because you can do the two narrow things like a proper tyre track. And yeah, it does join sometimes. Right, okay. Yeah. Smashing. That'll do. You get the idea of what we're doing. Yeah, we're going to like... So that's all level-ish. Now, I was thinking... Oh, no. This is where we go. The mechanics is only for doing this type of thing. Oh, yeah, they are going to drop down to the ground at some point. So now the other bit we want to do is over here. Yeah, now again, I'm going to cut these trees right sort of now. We can see that bank. Do we cut the trees first? Yeah, I think we do. Let's switch that off. Let's grab the... now then, we might have to force dump, or... No, we've only got 33,000 really, even though right now it looks like we've got an absolute fortune. Let's remind this that gravity does exist. Yeah, and you also, you just have to need to go near it. It feels a bit like Neo in the Matrix, but when he does that, yeah, reminding the bullets that they should drop down on the floor. Which I don't mind. It is one of my favourite films. I actually watched the new one. Yeah. I thought it was good actually. It was, yeah, interesting. Yeah, we're gonna have to put some more grass down there, I think. Or I don't know. What else? But yeah. Have we got? Is there a cheap? There is a very cheap, but I'm not even sure, even for us, we can really afford it at the minute. Although I suppose the Bernie one is probably... I was going to go the JMGaming ones himself. I don't know that we've got room for the Bernie one. And we do need a bit of a... But I was thinking of the Bernie one because not only is it... Now that is a point. Can we... Let's just shift a bit of this. Let's sculpt into this a little. Yeah, make it a little bit more... Again, we'll do the same again. We'll keep the existing road that goes up there as the road. So we've got to, I think we're going to go up to that and make a bit of a bank. Oh, I forgot it was dragging the cedar last time. Yeah, so if we try and stick this a little bit out of the way, up the road a touch, a smidgen. Oh, I think we can do it. I think we can just about squeeze by. Yes, and the ground is awful, but I thought it can be a session really, to be honest. The behind the scenes video really of the things that we're doing, but we've got to be very careful, which is why I thought you need to inject an awful lot of money into this. Now obviously we've only got 30 odd grand. I've written it down, 34,000 something. We could, yeah, we are near 42 tons, but they're not very big, so let's do what we can now with those few trees that we do want. Then we're going to do that over there. Oh, that's a ghost in the machine jobby. Yeah, let's at least fill this first. This is a bit of a pseudo episode, but I didn't want you to come in and think, oh, it's completely changed. So I thought, I really do like to show everything, so sometimes a bit of behind the scenes one. So this one is a no holds barred and tabbing and everything is allowed, which I would never do on a normal episode. Never. No, I have done once when I got stuck. A couple of times when I got stuck actually. You know, it's actually, it prefers to be up most of the time. It does like to be in the centre where that, like, the groovy thing is really, and usually a little bit further back than you'd think as well. Is this going to be one of those that doesn't like to be in shots? or that you need to go down and then up. It's ever so strange how this sometimes works. Yeah, levels do weird things. We'll come back to that one. Ooh. Yeah, remember there's 50 tons in that, so we've got 120 tons of storage before we destroy, basically. Oh, wow, now these are bigger trees than I thought. I still think I'm going to time-lapse this particular bit though, yeah, because it's still going to be boring if I just like waffle on, but I do think I'm right, in so much as I've got the right idea. But we're just going to time-lapse the cutting of this, because at times it can be quite excruciating, chopping logs and such like things. So yeah, I'm going to say my words and then we'll get chatting afterwards. Yeah, it's not like in that level, we'll have to come from the other side, I think. So I am going to say my words and we're going to chat in a few minutes. We're going to like do some leveling and chop some of these horrible olives that I really don't like being chopped at all, but that's where we need to go. So I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Okay, which one is it then? I've totally lost it. It's just A. Right, okay. Will this yeah, whilst I go away, or is it one of those? Well, we can use the other fence while we're doing this. Just want to stick this into here. Yeah, and we will switch it on later. It's not important right now. So we've got quite a bit of cash. Well, we will. I mean, yeah, I did say that with the login side of things. I did know we could have done that, and we will do. We're going to cash in, and we will make use of what we have got, what we've been given. Really, the hand that you've been given is the one that you've got. Oh, stop the trailer, the runaway trailer. It's weird how mods do that more than giant space game stuff. Although, no, I say that. On my the one that I did in the early hours of this morning, I did the monster that is Neverlands, the seeding and planting and weeding and everything, all in the longest session I've ever done. Ooh. Yeah, and the... I should show you, because I keep wanting to say Seitan. Is it that? It's the Amazon cedar, the really monster one. I'm sure it's like the Seitan, but I don't think it is the Seitan. That one there, it just went weird. It all of a sudden started to splurge all over the place, and so I literally let go of it, save the game, as you do, because you know what happens if you don't. Mega mod crashes, and that was obviously a base game one, and that was a mega meltdown that it had. Again, I keep saying this, that's not something that you ever got with FS19. I recall, it's weird, obviously coming from FS19, FS19 wasn't perfect, of course it wasn't. I'm not in any way, shape or form trying to say that it was perfect, but we didn't have these meltdowns of the base game that we have on FS22. It is like going backwards, really is, and Giant seems to just fix it. And it was the base game this time, because I had on Harsh Aggravation, I was having issues on that, and that's only got base game things. So right, so then we've moved that little lot. So if we stick that on now, I think we might be all right. Let's do a bit of work. First things first, let's narrow. Yeah, let's soften that bit there, because that's got to come down. I need to soften that bit of white there. It's still, is it? I don't think it's on the strong intensity. Does it go away when? No, I think it's. No, it is. It is still that. It's because, yeah, you're on white. White softens everything, doesn't it? Yeah, if we just soften that area where the road is a little bit bigger, I think. Yeah, because we want to get that at a very steady sort of thing, even if it means we slowly go into the field. Whilst we've got this on, let's make it mega big, and let's go and do a little bit of that in the lee here. There was a lot of weirdness going on here. Yeah, you have to hold it on for quite a while. You can see when the money starts to go mega badly, that's when it's really biting in an area that needs a lot of work. Yeah, and then just should eventually settle down, because it's doing a lot. And that is, after all, why I did put this money in, was literally for this particular type of thing. Yeah, there's a lot of little tiny bubbles that you can't quite see at this height. But yeah, when that starts, I did work this out on original Rhombos, because there were schisms, and I mean literally schisms on the original field. Now, obviously, I was determined I was going to go on Rhombos the very day one, because I love Rizu Forest. So I did literally sort of go on straight away. So I expected there to be things like that, but I've never seen anything quite like that. That was a little bit more than even I. But I thought, well, I can fix it easy enough, just do a bit of it. So it was this, when you were smoothing the fields that would got like schisms in, you needed to like level, and I literally even. Now then, be careful. I don't want to be going too close. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's a bit there. As big as it goes, I think it is. Yeah. Yeah, just go by the money is what I worked out in Rhombos. I used to just sort of go over the field, and I could see when it was going zippity doo dah that you knew it was, because it tries to sort of smooth and make it as sort of equalize, is the way I would call it, an equalizer, not a smoother. But yeah. Yeah, now you can see it's going down, because it's smoothing in that entire circle. Now it's finished. Now we don't want to do too much over there. Just want to smooth that a little. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to leave some of these trees in. You know, I'm not. Oh, there was quite a bit of activity there. Not too much. And as I say, I don't expect people to watch this, but I thought, well, you're doing it. Just yeah, it doesn't hurt to just record it, because people have a choice. They don't have to watch it. But I like to include this. It's like a Neverland. I wonder whether or not to do the course play bits. Now that I can see that, actually, that is mega bad. And I think, yeah, but the people don't really understand. But yeah, again, I would put it to the vote whether you do want me to. I could cut all the course play out, but it would take a lot of stop and starting and adding a minute here and a minute there, and to me, I just think people get used to seeing it, but I'm not 100% sure, so I don't really know. Again, I would always ask for your opinion on it, because it isn't difficult for me not to do that. wow, that's something is there. Wow. Yeah, you can tell when you've done it pretty much, because there's, yeah, you could reach these patches where you've not got any money going down, and then you hit something like that where for some reason it's, I can't see it doing anything, and yet it's like taking the money like it's gone out of fashion. So yeah, something there that it's mega. Good job this is not real money. And that we didn't put it in, because it is a little bit. Yeah, now that one I could see, there's actually, if you zoom in a little bit, you can see what it's actually doing. It's lifting up a bit in the middle. Although you can't actually see it doing anything. That's the weird thing. I can't see it. Sometimes I think it just takes money for nothing, because I can't see it doing anything at all in that area. Yeah, there's not. Oh, I don't. Maybe. Doesn't seem to be taking the sort of money that you'd expect that, though. Really. I think, to be honest, I always find it's much easier to see when you've actually done your ploughing. I do, like with the bare earth. It's weird when you've got plants and things on it. How much that's. Let's do this bit down here. So we've got an awful lot of money. This little section here, I'm wanting to level to do something from probably about there. And then it's, yeah, because there's a bit of a lump on the right hand side. So I'm thinking we'll equalise that. And then literally leave a bank there as the edge of the field. No, I don't want to go too far there. I think that's about as far as I want to go. And then we need to soften a little bit to make a bit of an entry point in. I do like the slope tool, but I've not quite mastered it yet. I've not quite got it right. I think that's not far off. So that there is the bank where that is. I think we need to level, no, smooth this bit here a little. Take it down a touch. I suppose the other thing is you're talking a lot of ground, which is why in the past on Rumbles I did a leveling trick, because if you could literally spend hours with the smoothing tool, literally hours, and you'd be better off to just, if you got an amount of money that's like we have, where we can stick lots of money in, right, let's just soften that bank a little bit there. Yeah, that's not bad. And yeah, we've got nothing there. Yeah, don't like it when there's stuff around, really. Wow, that's actually pulling the road up, which that's not bad. I've never seen it do that before. Wow, okay. Right, so I think that is... There may well be some more, but I think it's going to be at the point where... So we'll just do the same again, and I'll just do that. Right, here. I want to chop the trees again, I really do. I do think that... Should we smooth... Let's go a little smaller. Smooth that a little. I don't want to have flying trees, is my real sort of thing. Just smooth that a little. Right, now then let's go back down there and let's do a bit more of the actual proper... Yeah, so I believe we're going to stick the by Bernie on there, I think, is what we were trying to plan to do. And of course it's probably going to have gone all the way to the beginning, as it always does. A little bit further, it's quite a way in. might have gone too far this time. I think I have. Let's just... No, crack on. You might be wrong. No, I think I am. I think I've gone... I went too fast. Yeah, I've fallen in love with this, I must admit. Oh, no, it's very funny about you sticking it down on land that's not yours. Now, we do... this time we have bought the field, so... Ah, there we go. There we go. So, the back is... Let's just rotate it. Is that bit there, and there's nothing there. But to get to it all, you do need it pretty much a middle sort of thing. So, really, this is pretty much... And it is 11 grand, so that is a little bit of levelling. Don't want it too close to the road. I want to go... that's... Right, I think we're going to do... No, because it'll only do... Mind you, it is true, it will. Yeah, I'd sooner do the... Oh, I'm going to lose it again, aren't I? Yeah. I'd sooner level it where we... It's obviously not quite gone far enough back. So I'd sooner do this properly and give us a proper wall. And I would to do it the other way, where it's going to cost us a fortune, because I'd sooner come... That's it, I don't want to go any further than that. Let's try that again. Buildings, silos... It's weird, sometimes it does actually stick on to the actual building that you want. And then other times, there's no rhyme or reason. I used to think it was every other time it would do it, but it's not. It's not that simple. Right, so that's not too bad. The closer you go back, that's into the... Yeah, so we want to go to... It gets 11-ish. Right, that shouldn't have done too much. Let's go on down. Let's go to the landscaping. Oh, no, that's all right. We can actually... Yeah, the beautiful thing about Soften is it will allow you to go to the road like that. It will. It's quite nice for that. I worked that one out a long time ago. Like, just disintegrates outside. Yeah, I did a massive one on one Let's Play, and it literally, you can pretty much suck it straight past the road, which is fantastic. Right, let's have a look at the back. I don't think that seems to be fairly alright. I mean, even if you can see underneath... yeah, so it's a multi-fruit silo as well. So let's just smooth this at the back. Not that we're ever going to use it, but just so that... Yeah, because I know it does bother some people, this type of thing. Whereas me, I'm not bothered in the slightest. And you do see some horrible things on farmyards sometimes. So let's just smooth that and try and... Yeah, I think that is not too bad. So we're going to leave... let's just soften that a little bit more. It's not quite right there. Where the road, which we're going to need that right. I think we might actually join this as well. We do a little bit of landscaping, a bit of painting, sorry. Across there. No, it is a small one. It is. It's surprising it goes quite large. There, so it's a double whammy, goes down to there and goes down to there, and we probably will come on to this more than that. So let's do a little bit of oh no, let's leave the grass there in case you can see anything. Do love this. It's a bit of a shed here, and you can stick something in, but it is only going to be small. This is the main silo, and I usually do like as a run through where you go all the way through. It's not very good for using the big fence that we've got. It doesn't like it gets caught on things. It's not really meant for massive things. And then this is a good storage as well. So to me, for 11,000, I'd pay for 11,000 just for the storage side of it. It is amazing, isn't there? Am I missing something? Yes, I am. I was going to say there's one at the back of here as well, which is why I didn't want to. It literally is. Yeah, I know it's behind the silo, but you've got the silo bit in the middle there, behind that door, and then obviously you can't really park anything there, but you could, but yeah, I mean, you've got to get to your silo. So there's this bit of storage for a fairly big implement. We might even be able to... No, I'm not sure about the... Well, to be honest, I'd be very happy if the combine harvester was in there, the combine, definitely. And then there's probably... Do we stick a JMGaming one? Because there's not much room there for anything bigger, but there's nothing much. Let's have a go, because I think on this we do have JMGaming's actual sheds from here. We do. This one here, 10,000. Oh, it's bigger than you think, actually. Yeah, I was going to sort of stick it there, but yeah, we'd be going through. Do we use my... I do like these ones. I've always liked these ones that should be at the very end. They used to be. Ah, there we go. No, they're not quite at the very end now. They've actually moved. Oh. Yeah, I do love sticking these. Not those. Well, you can have this one without the... But I always... It's like a bit of a veranda. And you can stick things under it. But I like the... Am I doing it the right way or the wrong way? Is there a right way or a wrong way? I don't know that there is. Especially for that one. Yeah, let's try the... I think this is going to be too... But it doesn't really matter. You could have it going in the structure and going back. Really? It's just a place like for something to go into. So you could do it. And it's still not going to affect that. But then it's... Yeah, I think we'll try the 2.7. It's a little bit too... I think, oh, will it do something weird to the hillside? That's my biggest concern. Do we need it? I don't know. I think, yeah, for realism, for storing stuff under it, it is so reasonable priced. Now then, I do like to get these where they actually are connecting, really. It's very difficult to do. I know it's going to go slightly in the lee of the original building, but, you know, I'm not really worried about that. You really would snugly go underneath that like that. Oh no, it didn't do anything at all. Yeah. Let's have a look. Yeah, we can stick stuff under here, really. It's not mucked around with the road, although it is a little bit tight going around there, but then we knew that it's not going to be a perfect thing. So yeah, we've got some storage under there. And even so, you can stick things like fertiliser under there, really, anytime. And then that combine in there, hopefully. And then we've got a silo where we're going to stick our wood. Now, would it add insult to injury if we now can't drop the wood in? But I'm almost sure I've done this before on the old farm countryside. No, on the Valley of the Old Farm, actually. Which I'm not 100% sure whether I'm not going to go back. Yeah, I do like that map a lot, and that we've got the Let's Play, I've still got the save, because I will keep thinking, do I go back? But to be honest, the other thing I was thinking, my blood pressure's been bad, but my old job was a 4-day-week job, and it was about perfect. It meant that I could really because I do love this. It's a fantastic hobby, farming simulator for me, and making the videos and putting the content on. But I could do a better job. Now then, this is the one that's not so good here. So I think we'll reverse in. So the Fendt is outside and the trailer is in. Because these are quite thin, I always find the 70-tonners. Oh, but we're a long way away from where we should be. At least we get to test to see how good that is. I think it still needs a bit more smoothing to be right. Yeah, let me not swap stories yet. Yeah, so I find by the end of the Thursday and the Fridays, and I feel the Let's Plays are suffering a little bit, but I also have done a little bit what I've done before, which is to take too much on. And I think the Let's Plays are suffering. I'm not getting round properly. I was looking, because my blood pressure's been high, so therefore I've not been able to do some of the bigger sessions, which means I always wanted to get at least one session in, and all of the Let's Plays are massive, which means I'm really getting slowly around, and I just really want to say a massive sorry. I can't really help it, but I do. I think going forwards I'm going to have to do things a little bit differently, whether it's more dynamic, whether it's not like Frontier, because I'm never planned on finishing Frontier. I don't mean I wouldn't go back. I would like to do it properly, but I intended only to go to the oil rigs, which is, I would say, an episode or two on, but I could just leave it where it is now, and we could pick it up when I do it as a proper Let's Play. Right, let's just do a bit of softening whilst we're chatting. But yeah, I just wanted to acknowledge it and also make you aware of it. Yeah, I can't seemingly squeeze in what I used to squeeze in, because yeah, I'm just not got the same energy, because I'm working 5 long, yeah, I have to travel quite a way to where I work, and then there's the long hours, a lot of travelling with work as well, And it does mean that, well, let's just test that while we're chatting. It does mean that I think there's a suffering. Now, I know it's a game and I know it's a hobby and all the rest of it, but it's something I took seriously, and I do think it's a commitment, but you've got to work. Well, I have anyway. Yeah, it's not like I've never done any earning from this. I'm not a content creator that gets paid. My YouTube channel isn't big enough, and it's nearly is. I'm very close to getting to 500, and because of the amount of videos I have done, YouTube said, well, you've done so many, if you get to 500, that's it, that's good enough. So right, let's stick that back on, which I'm quite pleased about. So yeah, I'm 20 odd subscribers off reaching my 500 limit, and then I will be monetization, as they call it. And I'm not going to earn a fortune because I've only got a few views, and I'm happy with that. I never did do it as that because I don't want it to change. I've always said that. Right, I think we can stick this as an ideal candidate for being under there. Yeah, and it was, I don't want it, I've said this to a family member. I was talking about how close I was to for the channel to be monetization, as YouTube call it. And they were on about, oh, that's great. And I said, yeah, but I don't really want it to change. I don't want my, so as far as I'm concerned, I just need to be a little bit further left. It's getting a bit of the slope, so it's making it a bit higher. I think I'm right. Right, okay, well, we're half under, but if I do any more, it's not going to work right. So yeah, and I was saying I don't want it to change, because when you've got to earn money from it, but also the other thing is I have got a job, so yeah, it's not the same for me as it is for someone who, like Mississippi or all the big names, who got to earn a living. But I don't want ever for that to be where you've got to earn a living from it, if you know what I mean. Right, let's soften that now, even if it means taking that back a little bit. We might be able to lift it afterwards. I just think we ought to, while we've got the high intensity soften on, I think we ought to do that, and we'll see about doing the slope thing. Right, okay, I think it's just those rough bits there. I don't think it's done too much to the road. I don't know actually. I'm sure I can just see under the road there. Right, okay. Strange noise up in here then, I think it's outside. Right, let's crack on. Let's get a bit of that to see, can we get up now? Yeah, it was something about the 70 tonner, so it's definitely something to do with the level of it on the 70 tonner as well. Alright, we're going to go back into that time lapse. We're going to do a few more trees. But not well, no, I mean, this is our business. We did buy a bit of land and it has got forestry on it, and I don't particularly fancy doing proper forestry, so this to me is absolutely fantastic. Oh, I didn't realise we'd done that. So I'm going to say my words. We're going to clear this end, and I'd like to, the other thing is I'm going to try the multi-crop greenhouses pack. Also comes with an olive stroke. I'm going to leave those two, the Amatana ones, and I'm going to try to do a little bit more levelling of that so that it's a little bit nicer. And we're going to do some of the multi-crop greenhouses ones, which are half olives and half grapes. I'm going to see how good that. Oh, okay. It's a little bit weird. It looks like not registering it as an object. Now it is. But this one was playing up earlier, so maybe it might not have been anything to do with the right. Anyway, yeah, hopefully that we'll be able to sort this out. So I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, that's where we should be roughly. Yeah, basically. Yeah, that's another thing that's changed. You used to be able to go up to this in FS19 and you would remind. Now you have to go inside a vehicle to actually remind them everything that it's, yeah. Which is quite hilarious, really. It is quite, yeah. Right, so I think we've levelled everything. Well, it's tough now because I've obviously taken all the money away. Let's just remind everything that it is, yeah, it should be. Let's also try and tip this the right way up. So next session, we are going to... Ooh, I know it does some weird things when you do that. It really does. Right, let's just remind those bags that they should be on the ground. It always tickles me. It just reminds me of that scene where like Neo is reminding the bullets that they should fall to the floor. It's quite amazing. Right, there's a bit of wood there. So I thought we'd just have a quick look to see how things were. Oh, minus another 1,000 as well. For the, yeah, we were taking money that was not ours. So, minus 1,000 for the chainsaw. So we're down to 22,606. Just make sure there's not... Yes, there's about as good as I can get it. Are we going to... No, I don't think we can afford to stick those... The multi-crop, yeah, I just want to make sure that this was okay. I think it should be. I thought I was going to cut that one down. I thought, no, leave it. It's on the edge of the thing. The same as that one. Yeah, we're going to leave this. The line of trees, well, that one's a bit too far forward, but the rest, like these ones that are right near the back, this one again is a little bit too far forward. So is that one. That one's going to be left. All of these ones at the back of the map, that one there can go. This one, that one can stay. That one can stay, and we'll get rid of the list. This one here. And this little lot here. So in the winter we are going to have another session where we get rid of all of this lot. We will make some use of it. I think when you consider that most vineyards are on hillsides, I think we're not going to go mad. I don't want to like just earn millions off just a few productions, which is why I was quite happy to get these. But I would like to do the olives as well. I think that's a lot better. Yeah, the way we've... I know we've brought the field down, but it's almost matching now. But I do think we'll probably put... Yeah, I think this one will stick on its own. I think this is going to be... At least we can get to actually water it, and it's not silly anymore. It was a bit daft. It really was awful. So that's nice. It's going to have a little bit of a look on the field by feet. I always think you can see much better when you're like running like this, and you can always go into aerial mode. Or I always think aerial mode you miss a lot. Yeah. Well, we're going to do the ploughing. I think that's going to reveal more than anything. But yeah, this is not bad. Yeah, there's a few little bits where the ground meets bits and bobs, but we shall see. I think I did find that on Rombos. Agres Balconies properly down at the... Oh yeah, that's the point. We did do this bit, didn't we, as well? Yeah, this bit here. What does that look like? Not bad. So there's a production waiting to happen down here. Yeah, we can put something down here, definitely. This is a way that will be productions. It's not going to be anything. Oh, we've got some... We may... Yeah, let's just fix the floating tree. Oh, this is our money, though. Ah, well, it is, yeah. I think we owe a little bit anyway, if I'm honest, because, yeah, I think there was a little bit... It was more than 11,000 for the... let's just... At least try and get the tree, so it's actually on terra firma. Oh. It won't do it. Would you believe it? Okay, in that case, I think a little bit of grass. Ah, if anything, that's made matters worse. Let's just put a bush. It's not big enough. Right, okay. I can't afford to waste any more. So yeah, this is the lay of the land, and now we're down to normal money. We've bought our chainsaw. Yeah, we've got quite a lot of... Well, we shall have a look. But we are back to business as usual. Next time we're going to do the ploughing and make this into a field. Shall we? Yeah, let's do the marking next. You have to do that on ground. Well, the only nasty thing is we can go by the lines though. Oh, every single time that you come into this. Yeah, let's do the mark the field because we've got the lines on it. We also got to roughly sort of see where that... is there a way we can use game mechanics to actually mark the grounds? And I've done this in the past. You can do it plough lines. We're gonna no, let's do it properly. And being as this is the last chance I'll get to tab, let's actually. Oh, we've got a little bit of and it is a little bit in there. Let's have a look at this. We didn't alter this a lot, just gently made the gradient a little bit less. Right, stick that. Yeah, there's not much space really for this, but you could stick something like that under there with the other. Yeah, that's ideal for things like this, for a bit of realism, for like, yeah, that you wouldn't really store these things. And I'm obviously normal Let's Plays, I just like put them anywhere. Right then, so let's mark the field edge ready at least, so that we've done another use for. Oh, no, we can't scan that until we've actually done the. So start custom field recording and hide that. Yeah, you can't. Let's go up a little bit. Yes, it's a valuable session really, in so much as we will get this ploughed next time. I don't want to go too close to that. I want it to be a little bit of a, we'll use that white line pretty much as the edge of this, and we'll go to where the bank gets a little bit severe, which I should say is about now. I really don't want to be going right down the bank, and we'll now. Yeah, I think it's on the where it's around the edge. I want to go to the second line, which is about here. Yeah, it is exactly there. Trying to look at the mini map is the best guide. Not perfect, I know. On Avon Valley when we had similar things, right? We also need to be, not about there, I should say. Absolutely, yes. Fantastic. So we should now have on the map CP5. It's not a bad. To be honest though, when you actually do look at it, because we've used the farmyard, and it really isn't that much bigger than CP4. Yeah, the field we just had. So yeah, no, it was double. Yeah, but we have got the farmyard out of it, and we've got that other place ready for a production. So I'm quite pleased with this. It's and then we've got this bit here where we can. I think we could probably put a shed here, but we need to chop that olive tree down. Or I suppose we could have the olives and that down here on the hillside. That might go nicely, but again, we need to earn a little bit of money. Do we go through? No, I'm going to class this as an additional thing. I am unsure as to what to do though. Whether we do barley for seeds, although wheat is obviously the most. You really do get some things from that. Do we? Yeah, we also need to stick a toolbox mod down without a shadow of a doubt. I'm thinking multi-fruit greenhouse, multi-fruit buying station even is probably the centre, but it might do something weird to the level. So I reckon probably here. Yeah, on the corner here. Although you've got to think of your big vehicles. Why not have it on the corner of here, and then everything can get close to it? So yeah, we'll do that. We also need a fuel point. Whether I buy the fuel that you can get in the canisters, which I'm quite happy with doing that. But yeah, with this, I think I'm happy-ish with that. It was pretty awful, and now there's a bit of wood there. We've got those there, but yeah, that's. I don't know that there's anything we can do here. And it's still quite awful. Yeah, you can see straight under the road. Should we try one? Oh no, this is on my money now. Yeah, I wanted to do that on that money. So it is what it is. We've got to put up now with that. We smooth that a little just to make it a little bit softer. You can get around it. We've got those which are now better. I do very much like that, what we've done with that. There's bound to be some things that aren't quite perfect, and it is very undulating, some massive undulations on this, truthfully. But this feels quite nice. I think that other one's going to be alright as well. The other thing is we've not gone to the full extent of that field because it's yeah, it is quite. Yeah, some of it in places is a bit awful. Well, I don't know. I think no, we had, no. I reckon we did get almost all of it. It's just the bank. It wastes a little bit with that bank down there, but there's not much we can do with it. It isn't perfect. The other one, if you look at the next one down, which is the deer one, although yeah, there's some massive undulations. I think we'll be going down the hill now because most of it's quite. Yeah, there's some undulations. There are. Although to be honest, I think this is all looks like olives or grapes. There's a way to tell. It is. Great. Oh no, it's the light purple rather than the dark purple where we know. Yeah, we had that's olives there, that purple. So yes. So yeah, they're definitely grapes. So unfortunate then. There's only what is the next field down looking like? Does it start to get a bit? Oh, this is it actually. We are on it. I think we probably would have to do the similar to that. Whoa, I'm not so sure. This one's a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I reckon we would get quite a bit out of it, truthfully. How much is that one? I seem to think this is massive because it goes all the way down. It's not just where you think it is. It is all the way over there. Yeah, literally. So we've got the river in between and then it goes over and it's the other side. Although that doesn't look a bad field on that side, so maybe we do. If this is the corner where obviously, the one thing I do know from past experiences, when you up sticks and move, it really does upset the viewers because the viewers get used to where your farmyard is, and I did that on the old valley, the old farm, the old stream farm. Is that right? Oh, I get mixed up between all of those. I couldn't swear to. Oh, have I done something weird to the Overtana? No, I don't. Maybe slightly. Yeah. Anyway, all that remains to be said for this particular non-session is thank you very much if you did watch it. Big yeah, and well, I suppose that yeah, it is a session in so much as if I didn't do this, how on earth would I explain how I did that bit of the buildings there and all of this change without this? So you've really got to do this as a bit of an explanation. Yeah, that was the one thing I did want. I knew there was something that I wanted to show you, and that was how much wood chips that we did do. Now I would imagine it's quite a lot. I should show it on this as well. Oh, it is 172 tons, which at its top price is 168,174. So come the back end, December, January, and we are going to be sitting on quite a pot of money. But it is an exhaustible thing. Obviously, we've got the rest to do, which we shall do. Yeah, we might well have double that. And that's a guesstimate. I'm not. Don't quote me on it. Yeah, literally, we might have double that, and we will have a little bit. We can either extend the field. Yeah, a little bit. It's surprising how that can make a bit of a difference, because I don't think we're going to be able to put. It's the lay of the land is really quite severe. I don't know. It's about the same. I also think we're going to need to even the fence. The 396 horsepower fence was struggling with when it was got 60 tons of wood chips in it in the back. I suppose it would. What I'm trying to say is we can upgrade that to the 517 horsepower version. This one I think this is 431. I'm not sure. We'll see. Yeah, we should check because we need. Yeah, we don't. There's no point in having little tractors on this particular section of the map. The 175 is a little bit. Yeah, it isn't terribly good really. It's that, and that's like it's 175 horsepower. That I've done entire Let's Plays with 175 horsepower as the lead for ages. One of the New Hollands. So to have 175 where it really appears like a 75 horsepower tractor, it shows how tough the land is. But anyway, yeah. All I'm going to say for now is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you can stick with me on this. This is very different, I've got to be honest. Very, very different to the norm. It is, and I like the fact that the contours of the land is bringing something different in. It really is, and we are. If we're stuck up this corner, and I don't mean that in a horrible way, we are limited in what we have available. So we're going to have to use some of these monstrous fields. Now there are further ones further down, but I do like to be central. So really, that does mean 127 and 165, maybe 164 as well, which has got some weird little thing down there as well. So this probably would be our stomping ground. But obviously there's these normalish ones, but I do know when I say normal, I was doing a couple of contracts, went on the actual game, and it was 68. These ones here, they were awful. They were literally up and down the same. So really, there are some flatter fields, but they're really well. And when I say flats, I mean flatter, not flat. Yeah, over that section, JMGaming loves these monstrous things, big things like this, which has got a place, but you need the tractors to deal with it. So yeah, and also the combines have got to be, it's just got to be a certain amount of smoothing going, or it really is going to be numb. And this, I recognise the fact that this field was not bad, that this was not going to take. We didn't do any smoothing on this at all, as far as I'm aware. Well, we'd have now, but we didn't. That was just as is. So whereas this one, I knew when I saw this one that this one was going to really take some doing to make it into a field, to sort of soften it slightly, because there were some really horrible bits, and I'm still not sure. I think we might still have to do some, but it can cope. Harvesters can cope with little bits of undulations. It's just where some of the fields we had on the original farm were really, I mean, they had ups and downs where the ground met very rapidly, and so therefore was oh no, we did do that, we did bury that actually. I was going to say that tree's buried. It is, we did it. But yeah, I'm going to say, as I said also earlier, apologies. I don't really know what to say really. The fact that I've got high blood pressure means you've got to be careful of your stress level. I can deal with this, but it does seem like as I'm getting a little bit older, and well, no, I think it's my job does kick the stuffing out of me. It really does. What with all the travel and it's long hours. I don't get back till. No, I don't mind sharing this. I was just thinking, do people really want to know? Probably not, but I'm only explaining just why things have changed, because my old job was a 4-day week job. This one's a 5-day week, but not only that, it's also, there's quite a big commute to and from, and then you get home at 6:15, and yeah, you've had your tea at 7, and before long the evenings, and you've got to go to bed reasonably early to get up early to start the whole thing all over again. Then you're shattered on Friday, just about recovering on a Saturday, and then Sunday you're just aware that it's all going to start all over again. So it's one of those things, but I'm going to persevere. But I do think going forwards I'm going to have to adjust to the reality that is me at present, really, which means I think I'm going to go for more dynamic, and I'm only explaining this really because of that. I think I'm going to go for more dynamic. I was thinking about this for the last few weeks. This is a game that doesn't really end. You don't have to do things any specific way, so if I just choose to do 10 sessions, and I'm happy to leave it at that point, and I'm not, and that's it, that is it. You don't really have to, I mean, I've done that with a couple of my Horbelarons, but it was more not as a conscious thing, but just that I left it at a certain point, and I was happy to do that. But yeah, I mean, I want it to make sense, the ending, but not all of them are you going to do cash ups. These are farms where really you could come back on all of them really, and you could carry on if you really wanted. But obviously for a content creator, you finish it in a certain place, but you don't have to. It can be more fluid than it actually is at present. So yeah, anyway, just a bit of an explanation. I thought I owed you an explanation on, because I'm struggling to get around. It's always been a bit like that when the Let's Plays get huge. I mean, Neverland is bigger than anything I've ever faced, and I've enjoyed doing that. The trouble is, if I do a Neverland session, which has been the biggest thing I've done over the weekend, a monster, then you can't do one of the other big sessions. And I mean, Horse is getting big. I mean, that's coming to its conclusion, so I'd like to get that finished. Probably might concentrate a bit on the Horse aggravation if my blood pressure copes with it. Otherwise I'm going to be doing something like this where it's a little bit smaller. I might have to, that might be the norm, like St. Cali and things like that might have to be where I sort of end up. Now I might have to scale things down a little bit, and that is the norm for myself. But yeah, just wanted to explain a little bit that I'm juggling and I'm not doing it very well. I'm not, but I am getting around, and I'm not. Yeah, I'm facing everything. When I get a good day, then I'll do a massive session. I mean, I can't say too much. The session I did on Neverland, I did it all in one hit, without any sort of breaks or anything like that. So it looks like that's like business as usual, but then it has an impact like the day after or something. You can't sort of do something massive. So yeah, just thought I'd explain. Anyway, that's enough on that. Just wanted to make you aware. But yeah, there's nothing terrible or anything like that. It's just got to play with the hand that you're dealt with, really. Simple as. But all that remains to be said for this session is thank you very much for watching, and goodbye for now.